गीतमाला में दर्शन सोहता की ओर से नमस्कार, सत श्री अकाल और अदावज और आप सभी भाई बहनों का हार्दिक स्वागत। आज फ्राइडे का दिन है। फ्राइडे का मतलब होता है गीतमाला में फ्राइडे नाइट मनी शो विद रंजीत धालीवाल जी। रंजीत धालीवाल जी जो बहुत ही सक्सेसफुल और आपको बहुत ही अच्छी सेवाएं देने वाले मॉर्टगेज ब्रोकर हैं, प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ क्लैरिटी फाइनेंशियल, और आपको किसी भी तरह की मॉर्टगेज चाहिए आप रंजीत धालीवाल के पास जाएंगे, हजारों डॉलर का फायदा पाएंगे। इनसे मेरी आज बातचीत रहेगी। ध्यान से प्रोग्राम सुनिएगा। जब भी रंजीत जी आते हैं आपके लिए लेटेस्ट और अच्छी अच्छी खबरें लेकर आते हैं। रंजीत धालीवाल जी का टेलीफोन नंबर आप नोट कर लें, 416-992-7265, 416-992-7265। रंजीत जी आपका स्वागत।
Thank you very much, sir. Nice to be here.
रंजीत जी जो मॉर्टगेज इंडस्ट्री में चेंजेस आई हैं उनके बारे में क्या खबर है?
Well, basically, three major changes were announced last week by the Minister of Finance, the Finance Department, relating to trying to contain this. We've been having these shows on, are we in a bubble and so on. So what they're trying to do is contain the real estate market prices. The prices keep on going up. So they came out with three things, just to outline. First of all, they're saying that you're required now to qualify for variable rate mortgages at 5-year posted rates. Second change is if you're buying a rental property, you're required to put 20% down payments.
जी।
And the third one is that when you're refinancing, if you're taking money out of your house has gone up in value, you want to take all the equity out, you were able to go up to 95%, so you can only go up to 90% nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
So those are basically three major changes. Now, the impact of the changes, I think that's a serious question there. A lot of people think that this is going to control the price appreciation and so on, and that it's going to be a big game changer. But I don't believe it is. I believe these are very minor changes. I mean, if you take a look at it, let's dissect them one by one. The first one, that you're required to qualify for variable rate mortgages at a 5-year posted rate. Well, we were always qualifying individuals on a 3-year posted anyhow.
Uh-huh.
The difference between a 3-year posted and a 5-year posted is not very much.
Okay.
It is very minuscule. So it might make a difference of somebody qualifying, let's say, who qualified for a $270,000 mortgage. They might only get a $255,000 or $260,000 mortgage. The second thing, also an interesting things happened this week on this front. One of the major banks, all the major banks have their 5-year posted rate at around the same, about 5.39%.
Gee.
So one of them actually reduced their 5-year posted rate.
Oh, really?
This last week. It's interesting to see what that reduced rate is going to be, because from what I've done, my calculations, it's still higher than whatever the best rate that we offer through a mortgage broker that you can get, basically. So that's interesting. So essentially, whatever the finance minister was trying to achieve on that front is they've sort of used a loophole in order to get away from it.
So it was already there.
So it's already there. It didn't even matter, right? Now, the second change, as far as the rental properties are concerned. Rental properties, if you were going to buy a rental with 10% down payment, your CMHC premium was as much as 3 times more than what a normal premium would be.
Mm.
So most of the investors never went for high ratio rental properties, mortgages with rental properties anyways. They most of them put 20% down payment anyhow. Now, let's come to the third one. As far as refinances are concerned, you used to be able to take 95% of the equity out of your house, that you can only take 90. Well, the reality, sir, was that over the last year or so, in practice, most of the lenders were being forced to reduce their equity takeouts to 90% by CMHC anyhow.
Uh-huh.
So they were saying, hey, here's a client that is kind of a marginal client. With this particular client, we're not going to give you 95%. We can give you 90, though. And most of the time, these people would take it anyhow.
Okay.
So that is essentially the news as far as the what is happening in the industry and what my interpretation is, whether it's going to have a significant change or not. So at the end of it, I don't think it is going to.
All right. कोई घर सेल पर लगता है, अभी भी मल्टीपल ऑफर्स आती हैं, कॉन्डो लेने के लिए लोगों की लाइनें लगती हैं.
Yes.
You don't think there's a bubble in the real estate?
Well, I mean, we've been addressing it for quite some time now. Up until now, I've been saying, no, I don't really see a serious bubble because the affordability. So I think when you take a look at the affordability, it's not, because to afford a home nowadays is cheaper than what it was 5 years ago. Even though the prices are higher. Why is it? It's because the cost of borrowing, most of the money that we're using to buy a home is borrowed money, and that borrowed money is super cheap. Now, at this rate, if the rates are going to stay this low, I mean, we can sustain even higher prices. However, we all know that the rates are going to go up, and that's where we're starting to see if they leave the rates way too low for too long, you are starting to see that a bubble will be starting to form. But other than that, I mean, right now, sir, you're looking at a $300,000 mortgage, a 5-year fixed rate mortgage. You can afford for about $1,200.
So as it stands now, you think there's no bubble at the moment, and everything is good to go?
Everything's good. Well, what I'm saying is that we need to be concerned. I mean, the Bank of Canada has given us some indication that they're concerned, although all the changes that they have made don't seem like those changes are significant to contain anything, contain these prices. If the rates stay here, I mean, as far as you're concerned, as far as our buyers are concerned, I don't think it matters. If you're buying a property for your own principal residence, or if you're buying it for rental purposes, you know what your payments are going to be over the next 5 years. That's what we need to take a look at. I don't think we need to take a look at, are the prices going to go up? I think those individuals need to be very careful. The ones that are booking condos, they're booking homes, and in anticipation of the prices going up, that we're going to flip these, we're going to make a lot of money on it. I've always been against that, and I continue to be against that. I'm starting to see examples of individuals that have done that have booked multiple condos or have booked multiple homes to find that they're kind of getting stuck now.
All right. एक कमर्शियल ब्रेक लेते हैं, उससे पहले अपना टेलीफोन नंबर दे दें.
My number is 416-992-7265. So if you're looking for a mortgage, business loan, line of credit, anything, give me a shout. Our mortgage rates are starting as low as 3.59%. And later on today, we're going to be giving you a special on and telling you how you can qualify for a 3.49% 5-year fixed rate mortgage. So stay tuned.
Telephone number is 416-992-7265.